What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Straight Up Real Talk. I'm your boy Serge.
And I'm Cerrone. Tonight's show will be one of a kind, so you do not want to miss it. So stay tuned and have some fun with us, talk with us. See you there.
Going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's showtime.
What is going on, everybody? I'm your boy Serge.
And I'm Cerrone.
And you have just tuned into Straight Up Real Talk. Well, we're about to speak on it. Sorry, that's the wrong show.
Yes, the wrong show.
No, but what's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. This is our last show of the season. We're excited about it. We're going to talk about that a little bit more later on. But Cerrone, let everybody know where they can reach us at, although we will be on break for a while, but still.
Yes, we are on Facebook, YouTube, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple Music Podcasts. We're also on Google, and we're also on iHeartRadio. You can catch us on any of those streaming devices, and you can check us out. And if you haven't already subscribed to us, go ahead and subscribe to us. We put out really good content for you to follow, whether it be pop culture, entertainment, sports, you name it. We are going to be the go-to that you can come to us and you can enjoy, whether it be for a good laughter or for serious conversations. So straight up real talk. We're two mics with two different opinions. Sometimes you might agree with us and sometimes you may not. But guess what? We're going to give it to you straight up. No chasing.
Okay. Yeah. First, I want to address the elephant in the room. Your overalls.
Yes, right.
I know they're cool. They're different. I like. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that next season.
Okay. All right.
And so, what's new? What's going on?
Just been working, been really busy, at work these past couple of days. Got a little irritated sometimes, at work. But nonetheless, I have a trainer right about now, trying to take it to the next level. I'm thinking maybe, I'm not sure, maybe I may want to enter a competition. I'm not sure. Like a bodybuilding competition. I'm not sure yet. I know it's just a lot, but I'm going to see if my body is up to all of that. So that's something definitely is up my alley. But just been living and enjoying life to the best.
And so also you will be doing something next month, right? In DC, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so I will be attending the I Am Speak Out Awards. It's going to be held in DC at the Grand Hyatt. And tonight we have the one and only Antonio Driver, who's the head of Speak Out, and he'll be on later on in the show to tell us all about it. And if you have any questions, you can definitely ask him. And you want to go and support him, he will give you the website where you can go. You can purchase tickets, and you can come to the event and enjoy. It's going to be a star-studded affair. I will be there, and you don't want to miss it. So later on in the show, he will come on and he will talk to us about it.
Okay, all right, that's what's up. That sounds exciting. So for me, as you know, this is like the busiest time of that. Most people know I'm in academia rather. And so this is like the busiest time of the year. Graduation is coming up. So it's been extremely crazy. I'm also trying to prepare for this last show here, which we're going to talk about towards the end of the show, like everything behind the scenes that we had to go through this whole season, these last couple of months. I wouldn't change it, but it is a lot of hard work. We'll talk about that later. But more importantly, check me out this Saturday. I'm going to be on the OWN Network at 8:00. I'm going to be doing commentary on Love and Marriage Huntsville's 100th episode. And so check me out, 8:00 OWN Network. Going forward, and I'll fill you guys in a little bit more, I will also be doing other commentary on that network regarding their other reality shows. But I'll tell you about that when season 2 comes up.
Awesome. Look at us doing big things. Come on, network.
We have some big things, big things taking place around here. So we're glad you guys are joining us for the ride.
Definitely. It's cool. Okay.
And so where are we going? First of all, I also want to let you guys know, like this show, like this is going to be like a fun show. It's our last show. So, we're coming into it a little lighthearted, although we have a very important guest, but we're just having fun. It's our last show. So just join us and come along for the ride.
Yes, yeah. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna have Antonio come on out, but I said Antonio is the executive director of Speak Out. He's a very good friend of mine. I've known him for quite a long time, a few years now. I'm a very down to earth guy, very open, honest, and his organization has done great things for the LGBTQ community. With no further ado, Mr. Antonio Driver, come on up. How you doing, Antonio?
Hello, how are you all?
Doing
Thank you so much
good.
for having me.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Thanks for allowing us to have you too. Yeah. So tell us about yourself, who you
yeah.
are, someone who doesn't know you. Talk to us.
Yeah, so I am Antonio Driver from Flint, Michigan, but I am the founder and executive director of Speak Out Incorporated. Speak Out is a nonprofit organization based here in Washington, D.C. We were founded in 2017. Initially as just a Facebook group to talk about amongst Black gay and bisexual men to talk about just relationships and coming out or anything that would revolve around just life in general. And that evolved into us turning Speak Out into a physical nonprofit organization. Where we started just having a few grants and programs right here in DC, and we've since then have expanded into Atlanta, Dallas, Charlotte, and obviously Washington DC. So that is the bulk of the nonprofit. You can obviously find us if you just want to learn more about what we do around mentorship, around health education, around some of our social media engagement. You can always go to speakoutusa.org and connect with a ton of individuals.
Okay. Awesome. So what's happening on April 22nd?
Yes.
April 22nd is the I Am Awards. It is our organization's annual fundraising gala.
Okay.
However, it is huge for the community because we really spend a lot of time acknowledging individuals from across the country in the work that they do, whether it's from fashion and music to political science to education or work in film and television. And so
Okay.
we're honoring about we're honoring about 11 individuals. The event is hosted by Jack Mizrahi and Nico Annalise, who is the star of P-Valley.
Okay. Okay. So it's pretty much going to be like stars out of the fair then.
Yes, it was really big last year. So this is our second year doing the I Am Awards.
Okay. Okay. And how did this I Am Awards came into being? Like, who was were you the
driving
grandfather
force.
to it that got it all together? Like, so you know what, we're going to get an award. How did that came to be?
So you all will get the full true story on how the I Am Awards. I've never told this story
Okay.
publicly to anyone else. So you get the first one. So the I Am, it wasn't initially even supposed to be called the I Am Awards. The
Okay.
Speak Out Awards was actually supposed to take place 2019 was the original, but then COVID hit. And so what happened was I attended an event in Atlanta called the Gentleman's Ball, put on by the Gentleman's Foundation. Some good friends of mine, Juan and G, did it. And I was like, hey, we could really do something like this in DC. And that inspired me. However, COVID hit and then the board was like, no, let's not do it. Obviously, we wouldn't have been able to do it. And so the first year, so that was 2021 or 2020. 21, they voted no to do it. And so 22, when it rolled around and we started advertising, I snuck and I put the flyers out. I was like, I'm not going to ask the board of directors to do anything. I'm just going to put it out. And so, 3 months. Yeah. And so people were like, wait a minute, what is this? And so it was already out and too late. Tickets were already selling. And so, of course I had those conversations. And so that was kind of how it, that was kind of how it took place, but it was still supposed to be called the Speak Out Awards. How it became the I Am Awards was because a friend of mine, I believe he's watching, Pastor Sammy, we were trying to think of a theme. You know, we all love themes. And I was like, I want it to be really clean. I want it to be really polished. And he was like, well, why not do the I Am thing? And I'm like, what do you mean the I Am thing? And so what people may not know is P. Diddy had a fragrance line called I Am. And so and if you ever Google it, it's really elite, classic, demure look. And so we kind of took that theme and we said the Speak Out presents, or Speak Out I Am. And somehow the community just ran with the I Am Awards. And so we got to keep going with this. And so here it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
The I Am Awards. We don't even call it the Speak Out I Am Awards. It's just the I Am Awards.
I Am Awards, which sounds pretty good though. I Am Awards.
Yeah, Antonio, where would you like to see the organization go? Like 10 years from now, where do you see the organization? Well, where would you like to see it?
Well, that's a double standard. That's a double
question.
Yeah.
Yes. So for the I Am Awards, my goal is to see the I Am Awards on television next year. And I don't think we're far from that. But for the organization, I would love to see Speak Out continuing to either create the conversations or lead the conversations, not just in DC, but around the country, whether it is around, LGBT rights, or just being able to bridge that gap from the arts and, health, and just being a space where not two communities can exist, where it's just the LGBT community and then I guess you could say mass population. And that's one of our goals now, is how do we begin to erase the lines between this community and us, as if we are not part of multiple communities.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's interesting. This is kind of a silly question, but this is the first thing I thought of. Will you have a red carpet for your award show? Are you gonna have like a nice red carpet? See, Saron, I told you.
We have a long red carpet. Lots of celebrities will be there. Last year, it was hosted by Vivica Fox last year. But yeah, we'll have a 30-foot long red carpet this year.
Nice. All right, Saron, you hear that, right, Saron? Red carpet for straight up real talk. No, that's like amazing. It really is. Yeah.
Lots of different press will be, obviously your local press individuals, but then I believe there could be some big I know there will be some big networks, but I am not at liberty to say those. Those are some really big name, a few big name networks will be in the room and on the carpet currently.
And so are you the one who actually started the organization? Like it was your brainchild?
Yeah, I'm the founder.
Okay. And so, okay, good. So now my question is, so how does it feel when you now have like this committee who you have to turn to, right? So it's like you founded something, this is your idea, and now I have to turn to people and like kind of like
ask permission.
Exactly, right? To just do things. Like how does that, like I don't know how I would feel about that. And so how does that feel to you to have to do that, or it doesn't bother you at all?
I think it was a challenge on both ends. It was first because it's like I was running and just doing things and they're just going along with it. But then I had to come to them and I said, hey, you all are my boss. So you all have to tell me what to do. So I had to, relinquish power to them, but I also had to be okay with, letting them tell me no. And they tell me no a lot more than I'm comfortable with. But I have to think about the longevity of the organization. And a lot of founders of nonprofit organizations or whatever, they get in these positions and they hold all the power and something happens to them. And then the organization goes, hooray. And that would be like a huge disappointment to me if something was, to happen, or I decided I didn't want to do this anymore, that now Speak Out is no longer in existence. So I believe in empowering them while I'm still here, and letting them create that environment while I'm still here, so that when the next person, comes in, because this is not my stop, this is just a start for me. I don't foresee me being the executive director or CEO of Speak Out forever. I have some other things that I want to do. So I want to be able to create that, culture now, so that when the next person comes along, it's like, hey, we told the founder no to this. So, you're going to have to follow line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have anything else that you're doing outside of that you would like to discuss? Like, do you have anything?
Discuss?
I'm sorry. As far as programs or campaign, like
just in life in general, like you just said, like you would like to go on and do other things. Like, are there other things in the works already, or it's just things that you're thinking about?
Well, there are some things in the work. I'm working on a book, but that's part of some of the other things. My ultimate goal is to kind of go around and to the community in different states and possibly different countries, and begin to have the challenging conversations, whether it is in school, whether it is in the churches, whether it is just in the community, and also be able to bring community together, because there are so many cities that I visit on a regular basis, like a Kansas City, where they don't have the resources or the voices to really speak out for them and give them and just to help cultivate community. And there's like just spaces like that aren't New York, Dallas, or Atlanta, that have all of that. And that's one of the things that I really want to like continue to expand our brand into those spaces that aren't really being exposed. And because I think exposure is so key, and we'll get a lot of times lack of exposure creates a lot of health disparities, and just around race and just rights and different things. So and it happens right in our own community, where individuals from, let's just say, somewhere in backwood Mississippi never hit DC or New York, and then they get out here and they don't know all of the resources or the things that maybe someone who grew up in this area have had and has known about. And then we are in a bigger situation where we may not be able to get ourselves out of.
Okay. I'm extremely happy that one, you're on the show, but I'm also extremely happy that the path that you're taking is the one that you actually carved out for yourself, and you're not letting anything actually deter you from reaching that goal. And I know that this right now is just a step. There's a lot more that I know that you will get to accomplish, and I can't wait to see how far you go. And as you always know, that I'll be here to support you in whatever way that I can to support you, whether it be anything. I'm here to support you 100%, always.
Thank you. I truly, truly appreciate that.
Definitely.
I just have one question. I don't know if this is too nosy or not. Like, what is your book about? Is it like a
the book? Oh my gosh! So the book, I have a very, very interesting backstory. The book is about me and how I got here. And I tell people this: had you asked me if you would have told me 10 years ago, this is what I would be doing, I would never believe you. Just given, some of the things that I've encountered in life. I'm from Flint, Michigan, if I did not say that earlier, and just growing up in Flint and what that was like, and then leaving Flint on my own, and, living in Pittsburgh, and then having a span in New York City, and then being in ballroom and getting to DC and creating this organization now that impacts over 10,000 people across the country. Never did I believe that I would be the person to do it. And so it talks about that, being in foster care, being adopted, all of those different hurdles, it losing parents and siblings. So there's a lot. And then just coming out.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely understand that. And it's a great story that I believe everyone should know. And when the book definitely comes out, I'll definitely order my copy. And I'm already saying that it's going to be a #1 on the New York bestseller list.
Let's hope. I'm ready.
Yes. Yes, definitely. Well, thank you very much. That's a really great story. And I can't wait to actually come to the event. You know, I had to ship around a lot just to be able to make it because a lot is happening at work on my end, but nonetheless, I will be there to
So Ron, make
support.
sure you take a lot of photos and videos so when we go to season 2, we can talk about it. No, seriously, that's like a big deal.
Definitely,
Talk about it.
definitely,
You will
definitely, I
definitely
will be there.
you will definitely enjoy yourself. You will be highly entertained, and there probably won't be a dull moment throughout
I
the
believe
entire time. You trust me, all your moving was definitely worth it. Well,
that.
I know you don't know, but I know, and I'm just saying
You know because you're behind the scenes, so you're like, oh my god, I can't wait for people to actually see this. So it's really really good. Hold on, we have a question from Antoine. Surgeon Saron, what are you wearing?
It's your
What?
overalls. I'm telling you, it's your overalls.
Well, I'm not sure if he's talking about the actual award show, but I
Oh,
have
what are you wearing? Oh, wait. Well, you
well
got to
I
ask
know
me.
well Surgeon won't be attending, but for me, I have no idea, but definitely will be a suit. That's for sure. I
Tux.
haven't decided as yet, but it will be something well formed, fitting, and it will definitely will be doing. I'll be there.
Is it
And
black tie?
it is
it's
black
a
tie.
black tie
Okay.
event.
Please
Well,
come in your
well,
black
well
tie.
then, well then, Saron, then you know what you're wearing. Like,
Well, yeah, I already know, but you know,
yeah,
it's I just don't know like what style, you know. But I will be there
Yeah,
to
you
show
got to
my.
represent. You got to
Of
represent.
course,
I need
definitely.
to see it. I need to see it. No, just kidding.
Definitely, definitely.
I'm
All right,
just
so we're gonna move on a little bit. As we know, it's Women's History Month, and this is the last show that we have before the month comes to an end. And today we for the first one, we want to do two today, but want to highlight this lovely individual here. Her name is Miss Lupita Nyong'o, and if no one does know who she is, here's some information about her. She was born March 1st, 1983. I'm not sure
Pisces.
what sign that is. What sign
Pisces.
is that?
Pisces.
Pisces.
A
Woo!
Pisces.
Pisces.
We
Oh,
like
that's you, right?
Yep.
Right first? You're a
Yep.
Pisces.
Yep.
Okay, so born March 1st, 1983. She's Kenyan and Mexican. She's a recipient of several accolades, including an Academy Award and nominations for 2 Primetime Emmy Awards and a Tony Award. Her father is a Kenyan politician. She was born in Mexico City. She also won her Academy Award for 12 Years a Slave. And after that, her career just been blowing up. She's also a graduate of the Yale School of Drama, and after that, that's when she got into 12 Years a Slave. And that's when we knew who she was. And you can follow her career after that. She's been numerous amount of movies and top box office hits, and she's graced a plethora of magazine covers. And one of the reasons I love her is that she's not afraid to show or be proud of her skin color. She's one of those people who always want to make sure that the lighting is right where it's she's almost white. You know, she and loves her melanin, and she just love who she just like this blackness that we have, this chocolateness. So we have so she is my person of the month for the history of the month. Have you all ever watched 12 Years a Slave, Antonio?
I have not.
I don't do slave movies.
Wow.
Get somebody else to do it. Nope.
I actually watched it, and it's one of those movies where you can only watch once
Nope.
because it pisses you off.
See, nope. That's why I can't do
It
it.
does.
I saw clips of like that old school movie Roots when they were like beating the guy with the whip, and this was like in the 70s. I was like, I'm not watching that stuff. I'm not doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Yeah, but it's a really good movie though. I would
Yeah.
definitely will definitely say. Yeah.
Sidebar, Saron, she's also in the new Black Panther that you have yet to watch. I had to blow
Have
up
you seen
a little bit.
I
What'd
have
you say?
said
See?
for the new one?
Yes, I've seen every Black Panther.
See? Nobody's on your side, Tyrone. Sorry. You're the only one that hasn't seen it.
Okay.
Come on, you gotta watch it. It's dope.
Yeah. Okay, I will, because I have some time. I have a little bit of time this weekend, so I'll definitely try to watch it.
It's dope. You love
Yeah.
Angela Bassett also, so you'll definitely love it.
Yeah. So okay, so we're going to move on to something that I'm not too familiar with, Serge. So what's going on with these two individuals here, Larsa Pippen and his ex-wife? What's going on with her?
Well, it's less about them, but it's more about the question. So Larsa Pippen is Scottie Pippen's former retired basketball player, Scottie Pippen's ex-wife.
Okay.
They were married for 23 years. If there's any children listening, which it shouldn't be, leave the room. So she says that he kind of, like, I don't want to say made her, but they had sex 4 times a night, every night for the duration of the marriage, right? I don't believe that, but that's what she said. And so it led me to this question. Would you feel obligated to have sex whenever your partner wanted to? Is it an obligation to do that? Because, I've heard a lot of people say that they do it even when they don't feel like it, because if I don't do it, somebody else is going to do it, right? They say that, right? And so is there do you think there's an obligation to do that?
Antonio, what do you think?
Even when you don't feel like it?
So, no, I don't have sex with my partner every time they want to, and I don't want to. And then I would even ask the question as who wants to have sex with someone who doesn't want to have sex? That in itself. But no, I don't think it is an obligation that you have sex just because one other person has. Well, for me, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sarone?
I don't think
that's a yes. All right, moving right along. No.
No. I don't think it's healthy to even have sex. Is it 4 times a day?
4 times a night.
4 times a night.
Every night.
So when does it start?
I guess when the sun goes down.
And then again, how long does it last?
Till the sun comes up.
Don't they have like jobs, things to do?
I think, like I said, I don't necessarily believe that. Scottie Pippen is like almost 7 feet tall, not even kidding. She's maybe 5'1". Never mind. I just don't believe that story.
Yeah, but to answer your question, though,
it's more targeted towards that question.
I don't think I would even want my partner to do that, because that's tiring, and you don't want someone who just wants to just have sex with you just to have sex with it. You want for them to actually be in the mood and want to do it, and they don't feel like they're being forced.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I wouldn't agree with that.
Just keep going, because I already know what you see. And of course, it's John. So we just do not put that on the screen. Do not put that on the screen.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to talk to John behind the scenes after the show.
But John, we see you. We just can't put that on the, just, I know, right? Can just edit that comment, and then we can put it on the screen. Because
we're never getting these sponsors. we put that up.
Yeah. Okay.
So you both say no. So you both say you don't think there's an obligation. Okay.
No, I don't think there should be an obligation at all. I think it should be a mutual thing where both parties want to have sex with each other. You don't feel obligated to, because when you feel obligated to, you're gonna take out all the sparks, all the fun, all the excitement. You're just gonna just do it because it's like going to a job. You don't want to go, but you're gonna go anyway. Yeah. So
okay, no,
that's not something that I would agree with at all.
All right.
At all, I would.
Good responses. All right.
Yeah. So
moving right along.
Yes. All right. So this is one part of the show that I really enjoy, because it takes away from the news, the politics, everything. It's one of my favorite things. The Would You Rather. So, Serge, I'm gonna have you to go first
Sure.
with your would you rather. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were saying you were going to ask me the question first. So,
Yes.
all right. My would you rather is just, lighthearted tonight, not anything crazy. So,
Okay.
would you rather have the ability to freeze time for 20 seconds? You would still be able to move, but you could freeze time for just 20 seconds and then everything starts back up. Or you can look one day into the future, but you couldn't change anything. Freeze time 20 seconds, look one day into the future.
What do you think, Antonio? Or you do?
I'm gonna say look into the future.
The one day.
Just
For one day.
1 day into the future. The 1 day.
One day into the future. Okay. All right. Saron?
Freeze for 20 seconds, but I can still move.
You can still move, but everything around you is frozen. And they don't know, like no one knows what's going on in those 20 seconds.
I think I'm gonna go with Antonio on this one. I think I'm gonna actually freeze time. Sorry, not freeze time. To look 1 day in the
One day in the future. Okay.
Because just to freeze it and I can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
I'm saying. Okay. All right. Let's go to the comments. Now we have something that we can actually put on the screen. John said he will definitely freeze time. And we have a Xzira Hamilton. Xzira Hamilton says she would also freeze time. And John said, if I can't change anything, I don't need to know what's happening.
I would freeze time also for the 20 seconds.
You freeze time?
Because I'm just thinking about if something like, let's just say someone's about to get hit by a car, someone is getting robbed, something just bad is happening. Freeze time. I can go over there, change something in the 20 seconds and come back over there and act like I didn't. Like you could push someone out the way. You know what I mean? Like you can do anything in those 20 seconds. And so I would rather be able to, I would rather freeze time in those 20 seconds versus just seeing something in the future. Because I mean, even in the future, you could probably change something if you see what's going to happen, but I still rather freeze time.
But I would prefer to like see it like at least not just 1 day though, but at least a couple of days.
One day.
Yeah. All right. So this is my question to you all, and also in the comment section. Would you? I just had it a while ago. Would you rather be known for your intelligence or for your beauty/looks? For your intelligence or for your good looks? Beauty.
And we have to answer honestly, right?
Yeah. There you go. Antonio, I'm coming to you next.
Well, this is easy for me. I'm going to say my looks, just simply because. No, hear me out. Just simply because, right? That's the first thing you see is your looks.
Okay.
And so once you get to know me, you will know that I'm also intelligent, right? So you're going to come over to me because I look good. But then when we get to know each other, you're going to be like, oh, he's smart too. See what I just did there? Jedi mind trick. All right, Antonio.
Okay. I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to come back to that. Because what if somebody, they see the good looks, but they're like, he's dumb as a box of rocks. He thinks he's smart, but he's just like, then what?
But then they're dumb because they didn't get to know me well enough to know that I was smart. See what I just did there? All right, Antonio, go ahead.
Looks or your intelligence?
My intelligence.
Why's that?
I think that's simple, and maybe it's just a me thing. I think I look great already. So and people may know me for that already. So I would love for people to know me for me simply being intelligent. And I think it lasts longer.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, because
you're writing a book, Antonio, so you have to say that. You're writing a book. I'm just kidding. So Ron, what about you?
Because your beauty will fade.
Not mine. No, I'm saying like if like you hold on to it. There's plastic surgery. There's Botox. all the stuff you got now, you like pull that skin back, I'm good to go. Whatever.
Hmm. Well, for me, I would definitely go with intelligence.
Of course you would, Sarong. Of course
Yeah,
you would.
intelligence, intelligence.
Everybody
Okay.
is saying intelligence. I'm the
Yeah,
only one
let's
tonight,
go.
but that's okay.
Antoine Cook Coleman said intelligence, and
Xyra.
Hamilton said also intelligent. Smart group of people. Smart group of people.
I'm smart by myself on my island by myself. That's okay. I'm gonna look good on the island by myself.
So, Antonio, do you know what's going on with Candy and Tamar?
I don't want to be honest, I don't know 100%. I believe someone approached someone in an aggressive way. I think Candy and her husband approached Tamar in an aggressive way. I've been so swamped with the planning. I've only caught like glimpses and pieces of what's happening. But I think I have my thoughts and theories around, what's happening.
Okay. All right, Serge, give us the rundown of what's going on with these two.
I'm just gonna keep it short, really, about this because I have a actually underlying question regarding it. So essentially, Candy and Tamar have always had their beefs, and they made up I think a year or so ago when they were on Big Brother together when Tamar won. They said they made up. Something happened a couple of months ago with Carlos King. Shout out to Carlos King, that's on your own network in a couple of weeks. But something happened with him and Candy, and Tamar jumped in it and took his side, or whatever the case may be. And so her and Candy kind of got into it. But my question regarding this whole thing is essentially like we've seen Tamar all the way back years ago when she was on the Braxtons on The Real, and she has this thing for like pretty much. She's always in something. She really is. That's just what it is. She's always in something. She's always beefing with someone. Whether it's her fault or not, she is known for beefing. And so my question is she hurting her own career by doing all of this beefing with people? Or do you think this is helping her?
What do you think, Antonio?
I mean, it just depends to me. I don't know what Tamar's ultimate goal anymore is. Is it to be a singer? Because I don't know if I thought, well, maybe this drama would help push this new single that I have not listened to yet. I will say this.
You're not missing anything on the new single.
I will say this. I am a huge mega fan. And I've met Tamar in person. And I am a huge fan of her sister. So she always gets a little bit of grace because she's that crazy aunt that I have because Tony's my mother. And so, but I don't necessarily think it's helping her brand because it's like, we know she can sing, but we forget that she's a singer because she's so
always in some drama.
She's just extra, and I don't know where she really wants to go. I mean, I don't know if it's helping her because it's pulling away from her music.
Yeah, I would definitely say that too because years ago she was caught up in some of the drama again, and then it's taking away from her talent, what she does, which is to sing, because we all know that nowadays you're not just a singer, because if you sing, that singing can lead into acting roles, it can lead into producing role, a directorial debut. So there's so many things that singing itself can take you to. But if all people are hearing is that you're just negative, they're not going to want to book you. They're not want to do have you on their records, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's really hurting her. And there was a comment that she said that Candy can sing. Okay, we all know that Candy is not the best vocalist. We know that. However, in a group setting though, Xscape needs Candy in the group setting because there are certain parts of her voice that when it comes together with the group, it blends well. And we've seen it over the years. You know what I'm saying? But for her to say that Candy's not a singer, okay, shots taken, you know what I'm saying? But another aspect of Candy's life, she's excelling. Business, doing amazing on reality television, Housewives of Atlanta, and whatever else she's doing behind the scenes, she is winning in other areas of her life. So I don't think that it was necessary for Tamar to go at her, because right now it's not even helping her career or new single that came out a few weeks ago. And I listened to it. I'm like, I could have waited for that. That shouldn't be a single. That should be one of the tracks that you leave on it for everybody to see. But let's hold on. Let's go to the comment section. We have John that says Tamar is cloud for chasing. No one is talking about her show, so she needs Candy for clickbait. She had no reason for inserting herself. I would definitely agree. Would you agree with it, Antonio and Serge?
I agree. I 100% agree with John on that. Like it is definitely clout chasing. I mean, and you would think she would learn from even her time on The Real when she got producers and they got rid of her. But maybe she's trying to get a new show, or something. The Life of Tamar Braxton.
Did she have that with Vince? Something like that with Vince?
Tamar and Vince.
Yeah.
I'm staying quiet because most people who know me knows I'm biased. I'm a diehard Kandi Burruss Tucker fan.
Okay.
I love her voice. I love her shows. I like.
What do you love about Candy's voice?
Yeah, tell us.
I like women who have those deep voices. I love women with deep voices. Raspy voices, and I like women who have a raspiness to their voices. Right, that kind of like husky voices. So I love women who voices sound. I've always loved like Phyllis Hyman, Mary J. Blige. Women, although I'm not comparing, of course, Phyllis Hyman to the rest of them because Phyllis Hyman is a league on her own. Just saying, she had that deep voice, right?
The voice.
Yes, and I generally gravitate towards women also who generally people say they can't sing, right? So a Mary J. Blige, some people like to say that. Candy, they like to say that. I like unique voices and tones, and so. That is one of the reasons why I gravitate to Mary or Candy. Never saying that they have the best voices. It's just something about their voices that's distinct enough that stands out to me when I hear it. It just does something for me when I hear it. Like when I hear Escape, they all sound great. Candy's voice stands out to me, although she's not the best singer.
Okay.
But her voice aside, I just love her in business. Her business, she never gives up. A business will fail, and the next week she's right back at it and doing something different. I love that. It's great to see, and that's why I'm like I'm always Team Candy. Like just period.
Okay, so we have the Truth Bowl that says that Tamar is a C-list celebrity in African American community.
Not C.
She has nothing going for herself other than being Toni Braxton, loud little sister. She needs attention. Oof, that one goes.
I felt that. And then he says C-list in the African American community, not even just in general.
The African American community, that's in general.
No, that's bad.
Yeah. And then we have John who says that pulling away from her music, she needs to go back to Vince. Ooh. Y'all going in on second part. So apparently, Serge,
did we ever find out who the Truth Bowl was? Remember, we supposed to
have no idea who the Truth Bowl is, but somebody's coming for you, Serge. Serge believes Mary J. can sing, take no value in his opinion of female singers.
We're not going to do that tonight. That's not what we're doing tonight. That is not what we're doing tonight. It's Women's International Month. We're not doing that. No, we're not doing that tonight.
Speaking of Women's Month,
yes,
we're going to talk about our last one with the name. Her name is Angela Rye. Now, tell us about Angela.
Yes, so Angela Rye. I've been following Angela Rye for a while now, and I'm looking for my notes here, of course. One of the things that stood out to me about Angela Rye is that she always just came across as like, and I'm just talking, I'm not even gonna read my notes when it comes to her because I don't read them actually. She just always seemed to me like the around the way girl, right? Or that who just happened to have made it on TV. And so when I saw her, she was always interesting to watch because it was like I was just watching a friend of mine on TV commentating when she was on CNN. So no, I didn't even know that she got kind of like kicked off of CNN. They didn't like renegotiate her contract, and now she's on, I believe, ESPN, but that's a whole nother thing. Okay. And so she's also on the Breakfast Club or not. The
Yes, I've
Breakfast
seen her.
Club also. And I believe if I'm not mistaken, she is in the running to take what was her name? The one who was up there who just left.
Angela.
Angela Yee, yes.
Oh, okay.
So Claudia Jordan, Angela Rye, and I believe, what is that loudmouth chick? Jess Hilarious. So like all in a running to be on that show. And so it would be interesting to see. I don't think Angela's gonna get it because I think she's like focused a lot more on politics than anything else. But it would be interesting to see. But if you don't follow her on social media. She's always for the people, power to the people. She was always fighting for the cause. And so if you don't know her, check out Angela Rye. She's on Instagram, Facebook, all over.
Okay. All right. Congrats. Okay. This I have for you. I'm going to go with our guest tonight, our special guest tonight. We have this thing called Get It Off Your Chest. Yes. So I'm going to, whatever you want to say to get off your chest. I don't know if it's somebody cut you off in traffic this morning, or you went to the grocery store and somebody bumped in you with their cart. I'm gonna need for you to get it off your chest, Antonio.
Get it. Oh wow! Talk about being put on the spot. Get it off my chest.
Yes, straight up real talk.
Oh my gosh! Anything?
Yeah. Anything.
So I was at the barbershop earlier today, and my barber had asked me, "Well, how is the awards going?" And so the biggest thing that I'm running into is I call them the Beyoncés. Everybody is a Beyonce, even though they have a YouTube video with 13 likes, because they got a 14th like now. I need to speak to their manager. I'm not speaking to y'all managers because y'all. I'm just getting this off my chest, right?
Go ahead.
Like, you gotta, just it's to me what I'll just say this.
Stop being a diva.
Everybody, you got to do the work before you can demand the criteria, and then even the people who are there aren't acting like these people. And also those who have come to us for performances and we have said no to you, it is not a personal thing. It is a board that said no because they don't think that you would be fitting for the show. Not saying you're not talented or you are talented, but there it is. I got it off my chest.
How you feel better now?
I feel completely better. When I have more editing, I'm gonna post that piece of the clip.
You know what? I got you. Because I'm the one that does all the editing of those fancy stuff that you see. Yeah. So I will send it directly to you. Mm-hmm. I will tag you. Don't worry about it. I got you. Serge, what's on your chest?
So we already talked about this behind the scenes, Saron, and so and I said I was gonna go in. But I've since dialed it back. I'm gonna be a little bit more professional about it.
Okay.
I don't know why it is so hard for friends to support you. I just don't understand it. Right? There's no reason why I talk to various people throughout the day on social media every day, but yet you have never seen an episode of my podcast. When we talk, you don't mention my podcast. Like, you see what I'm doing, but it never dawns on you to be like, hey, how's it going? Or let me just, like, that's weird to me, is weird behavior. I know a lot of people who have podcasts and a lot of times it's things that I'm not even interested in. You know what I'll do? I'll turn it on and I'll go and like cook and do something. I'll clean while it's going. You're supporting, the numbers are up. You know what I mean? Like, support, forward it, like help promote it, like share it, do something. But I don't know, it's just weird behavior that you see a lot of people who you thought would be there supporting you, not. And so that's disappointing. I've been saying this since the beginning of the season, Saron. You know me. I've been saying this since the beginning of the season. It is annoying the out of me. And so that is what I needed to get off my chest. If you think I'm talking about you, I'm very sorry. I'm probably not, but it is what it is. Like, it doesn't cost anything to show up and support. It doesn't cost anything to forward it. It just doesn't cost anything. So just do it. Don't jump on second season when all of a sudden we've now taken off and we've gotten sponsors and we this, and now you're like, hey, I'm like, no, you need to be here.
Or if not, they want to come on the show because
this is what I'm saying.
Candy or the VP or whoever wants to come on the show. Now they're like, yeah, I remember them when they started in season 1.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So that's what I need to get off my chest. Support your friends. Just show up and support your friends. Period. It's easy. It's free usually to support your friends, right? You know what I'm saying? So just do it. Like it's annoying to me.
Okay. In the comment section, we have Antoine that says they're not your friends, boo. They're not your friends. And we got John that says that we're here and we got y'all back. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. So we just have one last thing before we let Antonio go. We're gonna talk about Jonathan Major. Have you all heard what's going on with him?
Yeah.
What's going on with him, Antonio?
Well, allegedly, everything is allegedly, he assaulted his girlfriend, I believe, in a New York taxi. I don't know where they were going, but then it said that she was in an emotional crisis. So all of those things aren't true. And there's video footage showing that he's the victim. And so, yeah.
Okay. I have to say allegedly too. I don't know much about it. All I know is pretty much what you said and what I've read. And because of that, apparently he was supposed to do some ad with the U.S. Army. And because of that, they pulled him from the ad. It would have been interesting to see what the ad would be. But they pulled him. So, that's money out of his pocket. Because, they found all this money to pay all these celebrities to talk about the U.S. military, but they can't give us the money. But that's a whole different conversation for a whole different day. But that's what's going on. Okay, Antonio. So let the people know one more time where they can find you, where they can support you, where they can buy tickets, like actually buy tickets, not just say I'm going to come, but let's see those names show up on your roster. Say, go ahead, talk to us.
So yes, so you can find anything about our organization, whether it's the IM Awards or any of the programs that we're doing at speakoutusa.org. That's speakoutusa.org. There's opportunities for you to donate if you just want to donate. And you can find me on Instagram, as you can see, at KingDriver_. You can connect with the organization at We Speak Out USA on Instagram. And if you are on Facebook, you can also find me at Antonio Driver.
All right.
Oh, thank you so much. And congratulations on your first season.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for supporting, for coming out and supporting. Yes.
Definitely. And I will be seeing you in, 2 weeks? Couple weeks?
Yes.
Couple weeks. And I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. I've been following all the people that will be coming. I'm like, okay, should be pretty cool event. So again, super proud of you, and I can't wait to come out and show my support and give my support in person as well too. So
absolutely.
Thanks for coming on, and we will see each other in a few weeks.
Absolutely.
All right, bye. All right, so this is our last episode of the season. What's going to go on, Serge?
So Ron, let everyone know where you're going to be again in DC and what the date is.
So I will be at the IM Awards on April 22nd, where I will go there, show my support, and I'll be there from that Friday night, I believe, when I fly in, and then on Sunday I'll be flying back out to come back home to North Carolina. And then I'll be there. And what will you be doing, Serge? What's going to be going on with you?
Well, you can catch me this Saturday at 8 o'clock on OWN Network. I will be doing some commentating on the 100th episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And in a couple of months, you can also see me again on OWN Network, where I will be doing commentary on other various reality shows that they have. But I have more information about that going forward. So this is gonna be a busy summer for me, period. But we will be back. This is our last show. We're gonna be off for like 2 months. I'm gonna come back sometime in June for our second season. We're gonna come back bigger and better. And so just be prepared for us. I also believe that for the next 2 months, you and I, Saron, will be getting together every week and doing like 15-minute.
Yes, we'll be doing some chats. As something comes up, we'll do the chats and we'll put them out to let you know what's going on, that we haven't gone dormant. All social media will be still hot. We'll be on Spotify, Apple Music, Google, iHeartRadio. So if you're driving, you can definitely listen to yourself or listen to us on iHeartRadio while you're on the road trip or at work or just chilling at home. So definitely you'll be here.
One other thing I want to say, like this, like coming into this, shout out to the Dope Ass Dude, because I had this idea with Saron and I from watching his podcast. And I never thought in a million years, like how hard it would be. Like people probably think we just get up here and we just start like talking, but it's crazy how much work it does behind the scenes to get these hour-long shows going. There's promotion, there's the photos, there's the clips, there's the literally after we do this show, we have to work like 3 or 4 days promoting it still. You know what I'm saying? Just so various people can see it. That's how we get, and that's how we get and got noticed. So it's a lot of work behind the scenes. So we're glad you guys are have tuned in and stayed with us throughout the season. And we appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you all for, if it's a like, a follow, a comment, a text message that says congrats, good job, or something. I want to thank you all very, very much. And I can't wait to come back and do season 2. So thank you all very much for all that you have done for us and supporting us. From the bottom of our hearts, I want to thank you.
Yes, special shout out to my family for these past couple of months for having because it's been crazy for me. So shout out to my family. Love you guys. Special shout out to you, Saron, because you took this journey with me. And, we did it. We made it. We're going to move on to season 2. We got some big stuff going on already. And so I'm just excited. Yes. Awesome.
Well, that will do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. And boys and girls, if there's any little boys and girls watching.
I hope not. Not after that comment John put up there. I hope not.
I love John. John
is crazy.
John keeps us laughing. I like him very much. Okay. All right. Thank you all very much for watching. And we will see you in a couple months. But you can definitely see us on Instagram, Facebook. We'll be there doing our show. So thank you all. Peace out. See you later.
See you later.